Well, the special tests are the Fallon's test if we are suspecting a carpal tunnel syndrome, and it's very easy. One can hold both the palms with the forearm in pronation, and you keep the wrist in flexion. It is important to realize that this is a passive test to be performed by the candidate or the orthopedic surgeon, and it should not be left to the patient himself, because actively he may not go all the way in flexing the wrist. So once you are satisfied that the wrists are in full palmar flexion, you hold it there for a reasonable period, and then one can look for reproduction of paresthesia in the distribution of the median nerve, and ask the patient if there is any such feeling which he is having in the hand. The second test happens to be the direct compression test of the median nerve, or direct pressure test on the median nerve, and that is possible if we know the surface anatomy of the median nerve. So the first, you ask the patient to make the flexor carpi radialis more prominent. So ask him to make a fist and flex the wrist. And you can apply some resistance and try to palpate the tendon of the flexor carpi radialis. So once you palpate the flexor carpi radialis tendon, you can mark it, or you can just have a rough idea. Thereafter, you make the tendon of palmaris longus prominent. Palmaris longus can be made prominent by asking the patient to oppose the thumb to the little finger and then flex the wrist, and you can add some resistance. So this tendon, which is beautifully standing out, is the tendon of palmaris longus, and so your thumb pressure has to be in between these two tendons. So the maneuver can be aborted, and direct thumb pressure can be applied onto the median nerve, and preferably simultaneously on both the sides, and again you look for reproduction of paresthesia in the radial 3.5 digits of the hand. Well, both these tests can also be done simultaneously by applying thumb pressure, and you can apply palmar flexion. So Fallon's test simultaneously being performed with Durkan's test. This is another modification, and it is supposed to improve the efficiency of this test. So these are the special tests for carpal tunnel syndrome. We can also use the nerve percussion test of Tinel. So this is, if we presume that this is probably the level of the proximal edge of the flexor retinaculum, we can tap on the course of the median nerve and move a little proximal. And at this level, usually patients who have carpal tunnel syndrome, they usually complain that there is a electric current like sensation moving into the distal distribution of the median nerve. So this direct percussion test may be positive in carpal tunnel syndrome.